Hey there everyone, this is Teacher Dennis and we are now on the third vlog of our divisibility rule series. And for today's lesson is I'll be discussing two rules. The first rule would be the divisibility rule for 4. Next is the divisibility rule for 5. Before anything else, if you are new to this channel or haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever I'll be uploading a new math video tutorial. So without much further ado, let's begin. Divisibility rule for 4. Now, when can you say that a number is divisible by 4? A number is exactly divisible by 4 if the last two-digit number formed by its last two digits is divisible by 4. We can also say that a number is exactly divisible by 4 if the last two digits formed in that number is 0, 0. Now, we have here 4 examples. The first number is 35,712. Let us determine whether this number is exactly divisible by 4. To examine that, look at the last two digit, 12. We all know that 12 is a multiple of 4, so therefore 12 is exactly divisible by 4. So therefore the original number, 35,712, is exactly divisible by 4. Now for the second number, we have 1,048,576. For us to be able to tell whether this number is divisible by 4, look at the last two digits, 76. Is 76 exactly divisible by 4? So let's find out. 76 divided by 4, this is 1. 4, remainder of 3, bring down 6. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So 76 divided by 4 is 19. So this is also exactly divisible by 4. Now, before we proceed to the third example, when we say exactly divisible, when a particular number, just like this for example, is divided by 4, our quotient is 0, just like in 76 divided by 4, the quotient is 19 and our remainder is 0. Now, let's move on to 900. A while ago, I've said that a number is exactly divisible by 4 if the last two digits is also 0, 0. Since 900, the last two digit is 0, 0, so 900 is exactly divisible by 4. Now, for the last number, we have 815. Will this still be divisible by 4? Let's find out. The last two-digit form is 15. Is 15 exactly divisible by 4? We know that 15 is not exactly divisible by 4 because when you divide 15 by 4, this is 3. 12 with a remainder of 3. Our remainder is 3 and not 0. So therefore, this is not exactly divisible by 4. So let's now have divisibility rule for 5. When can you tell that a number is exactly divisible by 5? So a number is exactly divisible by 5 if the last digit is either 0 or 5. So applying that to these 6 examples, for the first example, 125, the last digit is 5. This fits the criteria for divisibility rule for 5. The last digit should be either 0 or 5. So this is exactly divisible by 5. For 370, the last digit is 0, so still this is exactly divisible by 5. For 995, the last digit is 5. This still fits the criteria for divisibility rule for 5, wherein the last digit should be either 0 or 5. So 995 is still exactly divisible by 5. Now, let's move on to the fourth example, 371. The last digit here is 1. This does not fit the criteria of divisibility rule for 5 that the last digit should be either 0 or 5, so this is not exactly divisible by 5. Now for 826, the last digit is 6. This is neither 0 or 5, so this is not exactly divisible by 5. Now for the last number, 459, is this divisible by 5? The answer to that is no, because the last digit is 9. This is neither 0 or 5, so this is not exactly divisible by 5. Now, to recap what we have discussed, a number is exactly divisible by 4 if the last two digits form of that number is exactly divisible by 4 and if the last two digit is 0, 0. Now, for a number to be exactly divisible by 5, the last digit of that number should be either 0 or 5.